Turning now to Commitment 2022, 8 candidates are running for 3 seats on the Greenville County School Board.
And our Taggart Houck is following this race. He joins us now in the studio to tell us more about these candidates. Taggart?
Jane and Gabby, the district includes nearly 77,000 students, the largest in the state, and we are introducing you to the candidates running for its board. The race for Greenville County School Board District 24 features Gene Beckner and Ann Presley. Beckner is a licensed counselor supervisor. He was a teacher, coach, and administrator in South Carolina public and private schools. He says his main focus is on parent engagement and involvement.
Parents are the authority of their children, and that means things like what they're being taught and any health decisions that might need to be made. And what I would like to see the school district do is be a little bit more transparent with our parents. And I think when that begins to happen, I think you're going to see trust build between all the stakeholders that want our students to be successful.
Ann Presley has spent 27 years in education as a teacher and administrator. She says she's most focused on transparency, fiscal, and in curriculum, and that over 27 years, she's managed millions of dollars of funding and reported on its effectiveness and impact on students.
As a parent, I don't feel that it's even a right. I feel like it's an obligation for parents to know what their students are learning. Not to tell a teacher how to do his or her job, but to understand that. And if a particular option is not appropriate for their child, then they can request an alternate text or what have you.
District 26 features Board Chairman Roger Meek. He faces challengers Amanda Brett and Stephanie Leonard. Meek has served 7 terms with the board. He is president and CEO of an insurance agency.
The biggest focus, of course, is always about the kids, and I think us coming out of the pandemic, we did real well on their test scores, and we need to continue that. We need to give the support to the teachers and principals out there so that, you know, they can bring our children on back to where they were before the pandemic.
Amanda Brett calls herself a common-sense conservative. She says she's focused on teacher retention.
In order to retain teachers, I think that we need more teacher support. And that includes involving parents and making sure that parents know that they can be involved in what is going on in the school system and what their teachers are doing as well.
Stephanie Leonard works in public health. She says her main focus is on teachers and retention.
They've been given a lot of work that is taking their time away from the students. Parents are not seemingly trusting teachers the way that they did maybe 5 years ago. And I would love to be able to help identify the root causes of those, help bridge those gaps, and bring the parents back into the good relationships and standings with the teachers that we should have.
District 28 features Jeff Cochran, Brittany Hilbert, and Stephen Watterson. Cochran has 31 years of public teaching experience. He says his main focus is on transparency.
These kids belong to their parents. They don't belong to the government. And so I think there should be no secrets that we keep from the parents. They should be able to basically look online and on the course syllabus, and they should know exactly what their students are being taught.
Hilbert has worked with local businesses for more than 10 years. Her main focus is on teacher retention and recruitment, something she says can be enhanced by higher pay and more support.
Right now, some teachers do not get a protected planning period. And I think that it's very important because their ability to plan is directly going to be impacting the quality of education that our children are getting. The more time they have to devote to that process, the better that classroom experience is going to be.
Watterson has a background in the Navy and in education. He says he's most focused on the district's strategic education plan.
We have explosive growth in Greenville County. I mean, you hear different numbers about the number of people coming in, but if you just look at the red clay being turned over to put in apartment buildings, homes, and businesses, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out we're bulging at the seams.
And another reminder, Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. Jane.